Ooh. See, if you were here in person, you would have got to feel when KW Buffalo check, like, sweater that is softer than anything I've ever felt before.
Yeah, I gotta get another shade up here because I can't pull it over my head.
All right.
Tell me where
Well, let's rock the music. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay. Because I forgot where to go.
How is everybody?
We're very good.
Good.
Lots of people on Zoom.
Beats me. I can't see y'all's faces.
Oh, at least as many as that are here, right?
That's funny.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this. So, oh my goodness, what an incredible week we had. Like, Bold was awesome yesterday. To have the energy, to have everybody here in the room. I'm so excited for all of the faces I got to see. It's just super, super cool to have that kind of energy back inside of the Market Center. We're so excited to do some more of that. We're going to chat about it today as we go forward. But let's dive in and get started with who we are. And you know what? Let's see if the clicker works today. Some days it does, some days it doesn't.
Sounds like me. So does it work?
Yeah, there we go. Hey, remember, if you guys are doing any teleprospecting at all, telemarketing, that you are following the TCPA guidelines, you are checking out the office policy manual, cross-referencing do not call list, all of those things. CYA, cover your assets. And who are we, right? Our mission is to deliver, right? To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. You know, I read something this morning that really got me thinking about all of these people. I shared a quick Facebook Live on it, but what does that look like, right? As you're thinking about your business, as we're kind of starting off reflection mode for the year, as we're planning our businesses for next year, what's the experience we're giving to somebody? How is that helping them build a legacy? Are you thinking about and setting goals around how many legacies you're helping to build in your real estate business? You know, I'm going to pick on Ricky because he happens to be live in the room today, and because, well, generally speaking, it's one of my favorite pastimes. But
That is true.
but Ricky, that's something that you've really grabbed a hold of this year in helping your clients build legacies.
Yep.
Right? Tell me a little bit about, I know a couple of times this year you've like sat across the kitchen table from someone who's literally begging you to list their house, and you've said,
I've said no twice.
why?
So, you know, my life changed when I started walking into homes, and the first thing I tried to decide is if this is one that I want to buy. And the insurance policy is, okay, I'll take the listing and I'll sell it.
Yeah.
Twice I've sat down with potential sellers and looked at the math, what they owe, what I feel I can sell it for, what I think it's actually worth, and got to the end of it and I said, great, this could be your net proceeds and I'm not selling your home. And they freak out, right? They're like, what, wait, why? Right? And both of these are friends of mine before in real estate. And I said, because there's enough money here for you to maneuver around, buy another home and put a renter in this one. So you can move up one level of home and have someone else buy you the home that you live in currently. And one of them I've closed and they literally bought their dream home. And the other one is, they're still sort of in the pre-approval phase on being able to do a cash out refi, have enough money for the down payment on the next home. They had to make a couple of financial decisions to get their credit scores up. And they actually should get that approval either late this week or maybe early next week.
Yeah.
And then they'll pull the cash out, and then we'll go buy another home, and then they'll put a renter in this one. And both couples are in their early 40s. And I've told them, if you do this and you do it correctly, with some guidance from me, a lot of guidance from the right lender, you're increasing your wealth. And if you guys do this correctly and maybe do it one more time, and within 8 to 10 years, you should be really close to $1 million in net worth. Because with these two clients, when we're talking about, you know, moving from a $275,000 condo into their first single family home. They're both single family homes already worth, the second one is worth probably 4.25.
Right.
They're gonna move up a level. And it will change your life and it will change your business when you can sit down at someone's table and tell them that.
Well, so here's the deal. I mean, we don't necessarily learn this in real estate school, and it doesn't come through osmosis, right? You know, until you really learned this and got a grasp of how this worked and started getting excited about building this for yourself, do you think this is a conversation you even could have had at the kitchen table with someone?
Absolutely not. Right?
Yeah.
When you sit down with somebody, there's no way I would have the confidence or the knowledge to sit down with somebody and say, listen, you're sitting on $230,000 in equity on this home. And I appreciate that your goal is to sell it, pull that out, buy another one and be great, which you can still do, or we can make another move and have someone else. You can refinance this home for 3.25. Here's roughly what your payment would be. And someone else is gonna make that payment for you.
Mhm.
Great. Absolutely not. I took Jake's investment series,
Yeah,
and honestly, I started looking into investment ideas for myself because I have a goal to not be doing real estate in 8.5 years. I want to be done doing real estate in terms of doing my own lead generation. I want to do it if my phone rings, and that's that, through investments, because I was in my late 40s before it dawned on me at the current rate, I'm going to die at work. I don't have a nest egg. I don't have investments to carry me through financially if I decided I wanted to retire. And so I've got to build that quickly at my age through real estate investing. So I really looked deep into what that would look like for me. And then it was just a natural flow to offer that to my clients. And your listing appointments become much easier if you go in the door determining, hey, this is one that I want to figure out if I can buy it or want to buy.
Mhm.
And two, taking the listing is the second motivation behind. Now I go into every listing appointment looking for, is there a way that we can do this and put a renter on this and buy another one?
Right.
And with interest rates being so low still, even though they're ticking up, like honestly, mortgages are really close to being free money these days.
Mhm.
So if you're in the financial position, let's get you 2 mortgages and have someone else paying the first one.
Yeah.
And in certain cases, maybe even pull out some cash flow.
Yeah.
So what would it look like in your life, and how would it feel if you moved up one level of home, but your payment actually dropped from what you're paying on this home right now?
Yeah.
And it's still possible for a lot of people.
I love it. Well, and so this might be one of those things, before team meetings, right? At 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, we have an agent mastermind. And this would definitely be something that I would encourage people to show up for, because Ricky's going to be there. Other top agents in the office are going to be there, pick their brain about stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And I can walk you through the general idea of this and how to present it.
Mhm.
Or whatever else agents want to talk about, right? Tammy Horner and I had a great conversation in Gwen today. Had a great conversation. Tammy said she's feeling overwhelmed and imbalanced with work. And so we spent some time talking about writing a schedule, writing the correct schedule. And she walked away from that, I feel like, and learned to write her schedule, write her life schedule, and what's left is her business schedule.
Yeah.
So many people write a schedule, they write their business schedule and try to fit their life around it. And I feel like that's sort of by default. If we want to do it by design, write your calendar the other way, work your business into what fits in your life.
Mhm.
And it allows you to be where your feet are, and allows you to be present and efficient in what you're doing on any given day. We'll
Yes.
talk about anything, so bring your friends, it's fun.
Absolutely. And it falls right into this, because that's exactly what you guys were talking about this morning, right? Was having that career worth having, so you have that life worth living, right? Your investment piece, how you're working with your clients, what you've done for yourself, that's creating legacies, right? And
Yeah.
delivering a different experience. Not every real estate agent's going to sit down at the table and not be a vulture, like not jump at the opportunity to make a buck, to do what's right for the client. So,
I firmly believe that if you do the right thing, the money will just naturally fall out the back end.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna get a buyer commission for that, and I'm passing on a listing commission to sell that home, and in this
Mhm.
market, honestly, there's not a ton that we do as listing agents. We put it for sale sign in front of the house, and then we go on a contract to sell it, right? Honestly, it's fairly easy money, yet, from my own selfish business perspective, when this is all said and done, I've added another 2 people to my sales force,
Yep,
right? The money will fall out the other end of the deal right there.
absolutely. Imagine how loudly they're singing your praises when
Yep.
they are on their path to wealth instead of just ownership,
Yep.
right? And it's one of it's one of the things that we want you to know as the agents in partnership with us. We support you in that. We support you in sitting down at the kitchen table across from the seller and passing on a commission today for a relationship tomorrow to do what's right. And that's one of the ways that we want to be the real estate company of choice for our agents and for their customers. Now, it would be very easy for us to say, now, Ricky, that's not a conversation for you to have. It doesn't benefit the brokerage.
I would argue that it absolutely will benefit the brokerage. It's not gonna benefit the brokerage financially 35 days from now. But give me 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, it will benefit the brokerage.
Absolutely, it will. And it does that because it follows the rules by which we do business, right? It falls right into our belief system. It created a win-win. You're in integrity doing the right thing, and we're going to come alongside you with that, right? Our customers always come first. And in that situation, you are illustrating how you've put them first, right?
Yep.
We have commitment in all things, right? We're not just committed to this sale, we're committed to a long-term relationship with those clients, right? Communication. How in the world would you have known what their situation looked like and if that was advantageous unless you were in great communication? You brought creativity to the table and put ideas before results.
Yep.
Right? It's living our framework. It's really cool. I didn't have anything to talk about today when it came to who we are in the Y4 CTGs, and then Ricky's in the room. So there you go, right? But it all pulls together. Who are we, right? Keller Williams is a technology company that provides the real estate platform our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. We think like a top producer, act like a trainer consultant, and focus all our activities on service, productivity, and profitability. What comes first there? Service, right? We know that service has to come first. That will lead to the productivity, which in turn leads to profitability, not just for us, but for you in your business. All right. Soapbox over. Hey, Patrick, I saw you on the Zoom today.
I'm here.
Yay. Yay. Amy, go ahead and stop sharing the screen. Let's get Patrick on so we can see him. What's going on in your world, buddy?
Well, actually, that was a good segue into what I was going to talk about today. Amy, do I have the ability to share my screen?
Yep, you sure do.
All right. All right, so the biggest thing I've been running recently is just cost of waiting. So I put together a little presentation to kind of show you cost of waiting. I'll post the link in the Facebook group chat. And if you can't see it, I'll just kind of tell you, what it looks like. So you can share this with your clients, or if you have a client that's looking at a specific price point, I can customize this for them. But the bottom line is rates are definitely going up unless some crazy world event happens. Otherwise, everything is pointing towards rates going up. So for the past 2 years during COVID, the government has been pumping money into stimulus to keep rates low. They announced a few weeks ago that they're going to pull back on that starting mid-November. So they're going to pull back on the stimulus, ending completely by mid-year next year. Rates, people were a little bit spoiled. I mean, we had rates in the twos, kind of like Ricky said, they've been moving up consistently, and they have every day almost. They're going up a little bit. Historically, rates in the 3.1, 3.2 range are almost unheard of. Very few times in history do they ever hit that low. And so we got to remember 2.5 years ago, rates were in the high fours. So there's two reasons to buy now. Rates are going up and home values are going to continue to go up. So I ran a little scenario at being conservative. If rates just go up about 0.5%, so 0.625%, so if they go up to 3.75, and if home values only go up 4%, I think that's pretty conservative for the area. And what this will show you, when I post this link on the Facebook page, you can pull it up and get into the nitty gritty. But basically today at 3.125, if rates were to go up to 3.75 next year on a $550,000 home, and home values went up 4%, that's super conservative, $302 per month. That's the difference in monthly payment. For your people that are super tight, you know, that's gonna, if the payment goes up $300, so if they're tight on their qualifications, that's gonna lower their buying power significantly. Okay, so the same house next year is $22,000 more and $302 per month. Okay. So right here, basically, if you buy now over the first 5 years, if all this comes true, you're saving 20 grand in the first 5 years. Okay, so you're saving about $4,000 a year. And over the first 15 years, you save about 55 grand if you buy now, as opposed to, you know, next year if rates go up and home values continue to rise. So I can customize this little spreadsheet or this little presentation for any clients you have and just kind of show them. It's something that I am showing clients that you do send my way, because all the indicators are saying rates and costs are going to be going up. Okay. So kind of like Ricky said, buy now, it makes a lot of sense. The only other real update I had was Fannie Mae just announced maximum loan amounts are going to go to 625. So right now they're at 548 nationwide to do a conforming loan and not do jumbo. 548 nationwide, they're going up to 625. So that's a $75,000 increase. If that doesn't tell you, you know, they're expecting values to go up, you know, what does? But so basically someone could put 5% down to a loan amount of 625. Denver and Front Range areas have a special loan amount that's higher because it's a high cost area. So right now it's at 596 in the Denver area. So that's most of the Front Range. So if across America they went up 75K, in Denver we could be looking at up to 675, $700,000 loan amounts and still be FHA loans, conventional mortgages, avoiding that jumbo. So it's going to give buyers an opportunity to qualify for a conventional loan, good rate, low down payment at much higher price points. So something to look out for through the end of and we'll know in November the exact county limits for each county. Through the end of the year until it's official, so it's technically not official until January, we will still fund loans up to 625. Okay, so basically we'll fund them, we'll hold them, and then we'll sell them to Fannie Mae next year. Okay, up to 625, and then I'll let everyone know what the new loan limits are when they're announced. That usually happens around Thanksgiving, and they'll announce each county specific loan amount. Okay,
That's awesome.
any questions?
I got a plug for you. So
Thank you.
My client that I did where I told them I was gonna sell their house and they bought their dream home, Patrick was the lender on that. They did a refi, a HELOC, and a home purchase, and Patrick took care of all of it, and it was fantastic. And they loved the work that he did. And about 3 days or so before closing on the one they were buying, we ran into a bit of a title snag on their HELOC. And I don't know how he did it. I don't want to know how he did it, but Patrick got it worked around the title issue that we had. So if you guys are looking for lenders, you need to sit down and talk with Patrick. Thank you for what you did for that dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I'll post this link. Check it out. It's got a lot more info and it's very interactive, so you can play around with it. But I'll post it in the Facebook chat. And then if you need me to customize this different price point, anything like that, I'm happy to do so. Okay. All right, guys. Well, call me, text me, email me, come see me if you need me.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm really excited about this. Donna. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Hold on, let me try again. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. Now maybe click on the screen.
Standing up when it did work. Maybe you have to do, oh, there it goes.
That wasn't me. There we go. It does work now. I think we just had to engage the screen back on the slide deck. There we go. Donna,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
so excited because next week you are hosting our team
Yes,
meeting.
I am.
Woo!
Woo!
What do you have in mind for us?
All right, next week I'm going to talk about a couple of things. I'll give you a list. I'm going to go through things that everybody has brought to my attention and parts that I've had to counsel the agents on. And they're far and wide. And that will be what part of the next week I'll get with Amy and we'll figure out how much time I have for that. But the other thing I want to remind you is, or everybody, is that I'll do a virtual CREC class on November 2nd from 11 to 2. However, here's the caveat. You have to have your camera on or you will not get your 4 hours credit for the CE. And then tomorrow, and I'll update you next week, the 2022 contracts are coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a class tomorrow on that. There are tremendous amount of changes. And please take in 2022 as many as you can, at least 2 contract classes. And bring yourself up to speed. Some of you are gonna find them stupid, some of them you're gonna find they're great. Just saying, you gotta remember it's attorneys and real estate agents putting the contracts together. But, you know, they're having withdrawals, they haven't changed anything substantially in a couple of years. So they just had to jump on the bandwagon and do it today.
It's been coming.
It's been coming,
been
and
coming,
a lot of it is coming from the fact that there are lawsuits or disputes about many things in the contract.
Mhm.
So I'll talk about that next week.
Yay.
Awesome.
Fair
All
enough.
right. Anything this week to help us out with?
I will ask you to. I gotta think how to say this. Please. Be specific when you write your objections or your resolutions. This is the biggest problem I'm running into, in that the word assumed is in there. And when you assume, you might as well get your checkbook out because you're gonna lose. That's the bottom line. So when you write an objection, make sure if you want to license a licensed electrician or whoever, put it in there. Make sure you're gonna get receipts 3 days prior to closing. The other, one that I'm dealing with a lot is the post-closing occupancy, which is the bane of my existence right now. Please be explicit on when the buyer and the seller are going to get their deposit money back and exchange keys, and when they're gonna do the walkthrough. On paragraph 3, they say the date, but you need to have a time, make sure you're going to do it. And I will not get as many calls on this battle as I have been. Just saying.
Well, so it's like everything else in the contract, especially, you know, here's something that I've seen and heard too, that we always have to make sure, especially when they're on the buyer side. You said on inspection objection, if you want to license so-and-so to do this activity, put in the objection, make sure that makes it into the resolution. Do not accept a resolution that doesn't have that piece in it if that's what your buyers are looking for. Because that resolution is the final say, and that it doesn't matter if you ask for a licensed contractor, if that doesn't make it into the resolution, they can have their sisters, brothers, aunts, cousin do it and it doesn't matter.
And the battle begins.
Yeah.
And I've always told all of you to be specific. And where I'm running into the problems is not so much maybe on our side, except for post-closing, I will tell you. It is the other side. So when you write that resolution or you write that objection, be specific, ask for receipts. Who did it? Is that according to your resolution? Because if you go before the judge and it's not the way it's written and you didn't do it the way it's written, you're gonna lose.
All right,
There we go.
let's see. All right. Hey, look at that. I didn't hit the button. Amy read my
Yeah,
mind.
she did the button.
Oh my goodness. So if you were here yesterday for First Step to Bold, what an incredible experience that is. I think we're all kind of still swimming over what we got yesterday and how we're intending on growing during our Bold experience. So here's the deal. You still have until Tuesday, October 26th to sign up for the full Bold experience. You will get to revisit step 1 with a member of the leadership team. We can walk you through the exercises so that you're caught up for step 2. And you're going to be able to pour into your mindset, your conversation and conversion skills as we go through the 4th quarter. We're going to have a focus on productivity so that we're building the habits that help us build a big business. And if you're smart like Gwen, you're going to take the full Bold experience, not a la carte pick the pieces from it. And I'll tell you this, if you a la carte pick the pieces from it, you're going to get something, right? You're going to take something away. Yet if you commit to diving into the full experience the way that it's designed, you're going to top the leaderboards next year, just like Gwen did. Right? So hop in, take the full Bold. We meet every Tuesday with the exception of next week. We've got a little bit of a gap, and then the week of Thanksgiving from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Over the course of the past year during this digital Bold delivery, agents are averaging 7 additional pieces of business. So if you'd like to add 7 pieces of business over the next 7 weeks, I invite you to join us. The investment is just $3.99. We can make that happen a handful of different ways. So make sure you sign up for Bold. We will be meeting in the office from 11 to 2 in a small group format for that. So you're welcome to come, or it's available on Zoom. So you can Zoom your Bold experience from the comfort or convenience of wherever you're at. Here's a really, really awesome event. Monday, the team at MAPS Coaching has put together a free virtual conference all about the team experience. So what does it look like to build, grow, develop, or drive your team? This is designed for any agent who's ever thought, maybe one day I'd like to have a real estate team, or maybe one day that's where my business will go. It's also for the agent who's like, yes, maybe tomorrow I need to have a real estate team. I need to hire people, like we are growing, we're building. It's also for the agent who said, yes, yesterday I started a real estate team and we're growing and we're building. And it's also for the agent who 10 years ago started a real estate team and is looking to make that team better. So if real estate and team has ever been in your thought vocabulary, you need to be here on Monday. You can hop on KW Connect, Zoom this for free. It goes Mountain Time from 1 to 4. And we're having a watch party here in the office, small group, 1 to 4 in the training room. So you can come get together, not only experience the conference, but also the collaboration that comes around having people in person and conversations, the side conversations that show up. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I said 1 to 4. I meant 11 to 4. Thank you. I went the wrong way on each time. 11 to 4. You're absolutely right. 11 to 4.
Constricting.
I'm moving real fast. That's all that it is. Yes, so 11 to 4, you can go to go.kw.com/teamwins to sign up for this, or of course, show up. If you sign up through that link, you're gonna get all of the material and you'll probably get recordings you can watch later. So whether you're planning on coming in person or not, I would sign up and then you'll have all of those pieces. It's free, FREE, which means zero checkbook required. You do not need to pull out your credit card, get your butt in here and pour into your business. Next week, I'll tell you what, next week is a big week because following Team Lynn's on Wednesday and Thursday, and I know I told people it was Thursday and Friday because my dates are all messed up. But Wednesday and Thursday is the MREA Business Planning Clinic. This is with my favorite KWU instructor, Jean Rivers. Jean has built an incredible business, and there is no one, I would say, better suited in our entire company to teach a business planning clinic than Mr. Rivers. And he's incredibly entertaining. He's going to impart a heck of a lot of wisdom and fail forwards into this business planning clinic. Not only has he seen all of the success you could see in building a 7th level business, but I promise you he's made every mistake and failed forward in every possible way as well. So he's going to share all of those pieces with you. Business planning clinic, it is 11 to 3, going the right way on the time conversion there, 11 to 3, Wednesday and Thursday next week. So you can hop in after team meeting, or, you know, do the whole 2-screen thing. We won't hold that against you. So a couple of hours each day, build your 2022 business plan. So count on that. We'll be doing it here in the office too. After team meeting, we're going to turn on Jean. If you want to stick around, you are welcome to do so. You can also Zoom this one on your own. Profit Camp. Have you made as much money from your real estate business as you desire to this year? Maybe it's not a lack of business, but a lack of accountability around your money that's created that scenario. Profit Camp is run by some amazing MAPS coaches who have an eye for the financial side of your business. This partners so well with business planning. So here's what I would say. Next week, you're going to build your business plan with Jean Rivers on Wednesday and Thursday. And then the following week on October 26th, which I want to say is also Wednesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday, awesome, from noon to 3. Hang out on Profit Camp, make that happen.
Crosses with bold.
It sure does. And noon to 3, hang out on Profit Camp if you're not being bold. If you are, check it out, see if you can get a recording. Okay, man, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. Save the dates for the event committee. Pumpkin Popeyes were last week. Awesome event. We're getting ready for Trick or Treat Street coming up. Thanksgiving pie, cookies with Santa, New Year's Popeye. So I'm going to stop here for just a second so you can grab this, put the dates in your calendar, make sure that you have them.
There's a graphic on that Facebook too.
Yes, that's where I got this from. Facebook. Yeah, go to Facebook. Everything's there on the Facebook page.
R&D.
Yeah. All right. Take a look at this. Hey, Donna's got that CRC update class on Zoom November 2nd. So make sure you're there. She was just talking about that. Camera has to be on to get your CE credits. Okay. Trick or Treat Street. All right. That QR code. I'm going to stop here so you can take your phone out and you can put it up on that QR code and you can sign up to decorate a space. If you have an office space, then you can decorate yours, or you cannot, and you can have somebody else decorate it on your behalf. Be here, pass out candy, all of that fun stuff. We will have office decorating contests. We will also have costume contest. So come in your very best costumes for Trick or Treat Street. We'll have, this is internally costume contest and office decorating contest. So I cannot wait to see what you guys are doing. I have a feeling my hubby's going to take it home this year. We've got an incredible setup planned. It's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good.
You're in advance on that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
This is, we're in it to win it this year. I don't know what I'm gonna win because you know, usually that prize is something fun like free office bill and, well, you know, You couldn't get rid of me if you tried. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Decorations can start going up on the 24th. You can also find this awesome graphic on the Facebook page. This is a forward-facing graphic. Create your own Facebook event, put it in your newsletter, text it to people, do whatever you would do with a graphic, right, inside of your business. Here's the deal. It's not about the trick or treat street, which is freaking awesome. And you're going to love it. If you've never been to one of our Halloween parties, I cannot tell you how incredible it is. This is going to be amazing. We haven't done it in a really long time. Hands down, best event of the year. Invite your people and thank them for coming, or tell them you miss them, right? That's what our events are. It's an opportunity for you to be in communication and reach out to your people. All right. Ignite. Hey, so Ignite is the foundational course for your business. What I like to tell new agents, and you've probably heard this before if you're a new agent on the Zoom, this is everything you thought you were going to learn in real estate school and didn't, right? So here you go. Ignite is how to build your business through your tools like your CRM command, right? It is how to prospect, find new business, open houses, phone calls, networking events, prospecting activities, right? And then we go into what does it look like when I'm working with a buyer? What's that conversation around the table? How do I find and show homes, right? Just those little things. What does it look like when I'm working with a seller? How do I price the house to sell? What's that effective conversation at the kitchen table? How do I then service that listing, right? Market it so it sells. All of those pieces, that's going to be in Ignite, which is 3 days a week. It's Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays starting on 10/25. It's 9:30 to 12:30 p.m. You can join Ignite in person. It's going to be at our sister market center at Highlands Ranch, which is just a couple of miles down the road, or you can Zoom if that location's not convenient for you. So Ignite starts 10/25. Keep that on your calendar. Celebrations. Happy birthday. Should we sing happy birthday? No, not singing today. One of these days. One of these days. Hey, so happy birthday. Oh my goodness, look at all these October babies. Matt Talafuse and Lindsay Talafuse. Happy birthday to you guys. Cheryl Sartain, Rob King, Tamra, Crystal, Jessica, Laura, Eric, and Anahi. Happy birthday to you. That's it. That's all you got. Love you guys. Happy birthday. And congratulations on another year with KW. Happy anniversary to Eric and Amanda, to Edgar. It's his first anniversary with KW. Adrian Geyer, Paul and Donna Talafuse, and Miss Jacqueline Sanchez. Happy anniversary to all of you. May we have another amazing year in business together. And look at this, welcome Timothy Vega, who's joining Nyla Vega and her team. Welcome to the team, Lexi, who's joining the Ben Kenny team. Welcome, you guys. Congratulations on joining us. Welcome, Mr. William Kretzer, who's been with us at the Highlands Ranch Market Center for some time and has just made the move since we're closer to his house. So we're excited to have you a part of our Keller Williams Park Meadows teams. Congratulations, Edgar Garcia, on capping last month. Way to go. I know that you've had an opportunity to get 100% commission. It's a big deal, and in your first year with us. So congratulations, sir. And to Ms. Christy Taylor, congratulations on capping. What an awesome year you've had, and congratulations to you and the Integrity Home Group. Congratulations, Rebecca, on not only your first listing and also your first closing. So congratulations to you and to Miss Lynette on your first listing. Yay, congratulations. Look at this, you guys. Just in the month of September, our top listing agents, look at these. The Twin Peaks Home Group, that's Paul and Donna Talafuse and Cassie Millen, Justin Thornton, the Geyer Group, JC in Castle Pines, and Mr. Harrison Baker. Those are some big numbers in just 1 month. Congratulations, top written volume. Now, you know what I love about written volume? is it turns into closed volume next month, right? Like what goes up must come down. It's awesome. And these are some pretty massive numbers. Harrison over 5 million in written volume, Ryan over 4, Twin Peaks Home Groups, Justin Thornton, and the Distinct Group rounding out the top 5 for September. And like I said, closed volume, right? The top 5, Harrison, Baker, congratulations, the Distinct Group, Mr. Ryan Davis, the Success Group, and hey, Ricky,
Made it.
on the board. Congratulations. All right, well, top 10 year to date. Here's where it gets fun. You know, last year, the top 3 in the office were literally separated by like one home sale. It was a tight race to the very end. And, you know, it's looking pretty close this year too. Distinct Group pulling ahead at 24 million in closed volume so far. Ryan Davis, 21. Success Group and Geyer Group over 20. Harrison close behind them, hot on their tails at 19 million. Then Kenny Team coming in at almost 14. Lauren Cross, Gwen Ham, Irene Schick, and Tom Hennessy rounding out the top 10. Our individual agents holding their own on these teams. Way to go. And so Gwen, that's, you know, all the folks who are in bold this year are your competition next year. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Game on. I like it. Congratulations. Yeah,
No a la carte.
no a la cartes. Play all in. Yep. I love it. I love it. Well, let's talk quickly about what's going on in the market, right? You guys have felt it. It's slowed down just a little bit. And especially if we compare this September to last September, when it was still like crazy. It was the start really of kind of the crazy, right? Our fall last year didn't follow the trend we normally see in the fall. And this year the market's kind of back, right? Where we dipped a little in closed units, listings taken, flat, and then contracts written down pretty substantially too, year over year. So whereas last year, September was really ramping up, people were feeling a real sense of urgency to move and were sick of their home and feeling safe enough to make it happen and go out into the world again, right? You know, this year, we're kind of back to a more traditional trend in the marketplace, right? Year to date, though, still really holding strong, almost flat over last year, just 4% up in closed volume. I so feel like a weather person when I'm doing this. I just realized a big aha. Yeah.
Just need to.
I know, I
Green screen.
Yeah, okay. So here we go. I mean, almost flat over last year, contracts written down just a little bit. And I think what we'll continue to see with the market is that contracts written is going to start trailing last year pretty substantially as we go into a more typical seasonal trend in the Denver metro area and we're comparing against last year. You guys are a part of this, right? Our agents are a part of the market. But I got to tell you, our office looks a little different. We weren't sleeping in September, right? So this September over last September, which was crazy, floodgates are open, real estate is on fire September, you guys blew it out of the darn water. We closed 21% more units, took 55% more listings. Get out of here, right? Contracts written up 17%. And look at that closed GCI. You guys got a little raise this year, right? You're working hard and it's paying off. But look at this year to date. You guys are doing something right. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's probably that you're showing up at team meeting every week. I'll bet that's it. Here's the deal, right? Up 21% year to date in closed units. 12% in listings taken in a tight inventory market. I mean, you guys are winning way more often than everybody else, right? Contracts written up 20% and 46, almost 50% more income this year for our agents. It's incredible. It's incredible. What does that mean? Well, let's take a look how we compare one over the other. We are outpacing the market in every single category. When your clients work with a Keller Williams Park Meadows agents, they're getting somebody who is 17% better this year at closing the deal, right? Who's 16% better this year at taking the listing and is 27% better at getting their clients under contract. I mean, it's an awfully impressive trend that I see going on. And y'all aren't sleeping on the job, right? What I'm hearing from our agents in the market center is while the rest of the real estate community is sleeping over the fourth quarter and taking their time, filling their bellies with turkey and pie, y'all are going to work, right? To set yourselves up for the first quarter. So kudos to you. How do you use this information? Gwen, how do you use this information?
Well, it's kind of an affirmation that I'm in the right market center for one. Because this market center is killing it compared to other agents.
Yeah.
And to prove to, as you're sitting down with a listing, to prove that they're talking to the right agent, who's in the right market center, who's killing it. Oh, and that other person you already talked to, they're in this RE Colorado number.
Right,
I'm not.
right. They're following the market. You're leading the pack, right? Absolutely. You know, every now and again, we sit down with somebody on a listing appointment or a buyer's appointment, and they're really high analytical. They believe that you're going to market their home to sell. They believe you're going to do all of the nice, warm, fuzzy things you say that you're going to do. But what evidence do you have that what you do is actually more effective? This is the evidence that you have that what you do is more effective. So take these slides, they're going to be up on the Facebook page, so you can R&D them, you can rip off and duplicate, use them. If you need help finding your specific numbers and want to go through this for your business, feel free to reach out to me. We'll put some time on the calendar and do that.
So,
Yeah.
but before you go on, I think the other proof in the pudding here is that in third quarter, our goal was to hit 103 listings. And by the way, we hit 106.
Yeah, we did a final audit.
We met and then exceeded.
Yeah, we did a final audit at the end of the month. We're able to capture the IRIS listings that didn't get automatically reported. 106 listings, which put us at over a 35% increase. Third quarter 2021 over third quarter 2020, which, as we already illustrated, was crazy. Third quarter 2020 was like weird Twilight Zone real estate, right? Everything that shouldn't have been happening was happening. It was incredible. It was great for our business. Here's the deal: you guys aren't sitting around waiting for the market to bring you business. You're out there looking for it. I'm so proud to be in business with all of you. Everyone I can't see right now. I'm looking at this big like void on the wall where I'm imagining all of your faces are. Oh, the beauty of Zoom. Well, you know, here's the deal. Let's talk about gratitude. You guys have met my friends, right? This is Sir Pork Chop. Sir Pork Chop is the representative of our KW Park Meadows Cares Fund. And also we know that when Sir Pork Chop makes an appearance, we get to share our gratitude as a team. And so once upon a time, there was a piggy bank named Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon fell off a file cabinet and unfortunately could no longer represent our KW Park Meadows office. So our very own Cheryl Sartain from her community garage sale found Sir Pork Chop, and now he holds the esteemed honor of representing our agents and holding a place for them in their time of need. So I bring this up because oh goodness, we have a lot to be grateful for, don't we? I mean, we just looked at the numbers, but those numbers aren't really our business. They just represent all of the incredible things that are happening in our world, right? those numbers are people, their lives changed, their businesses changed, they're a representation of the community we have in the market center. And you know what, we have one more slide. I have an immense amount of gratitude for our phenomenal, like, yeah, you'll have to do it because we clicked off, our phenomenal events committee.
Yay!
Oh, gee, like the events y'all are pulling off this year are phenomenal. And I have no doubts that they're one of the pieces that is contributing to our agents' strong years this year. You guys are plugging into our Park Meadows events like you never have before. I think you're seeing the value. I think your people are seeing the value in this. And isn't it wonderful to just approach someone in gratitude and say, thank you so much for being a part of my world? Like, would you join this jack-o'-lantern contest that I'm hosting, right? Like, here's your fall pumpkin, or, happy spring, happy Mother's Day, here's your flowers, right? How amazing is this? So thank you to Gwen and Lindsay and Bonnie and Laura for everything that you're doing and putting these awesome events together. The pumpkins were out of this world. Like, that was so many pumpkins.
And bigger than I expected they would be.
Oh yeah, so one naysayer thought no one was gonna show up for their pumpkins, right? And we were gonna be sitting on all of these extra pumpkins. What are we gonna do? Every single person who reserved pumpkins showed up for their pumpkins.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because Gwen flipped us.
As she
It
should
doesn't matter
have,
why,
right?
it just matters that. I'm good.
As she
Now
should
I
have.
officially know that people are scared.
And they're
I like
listening.
this power.
And they're listening, right? So, absolutely. Well, you know what? So kudos to you guys for hosting an incredible event and for putting this on, but so much gratitude. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing to create these experiences for our agents. I cannot wait for the Halloween party. This is going to be a friggin' blast. I'm certain that there are ways agents can contribute to the Halloween party in little ways or in big ways. So Gwen, if somebody had had a burning desire to contribute on top of decorating an office, what would be the best way for them to go about that?
Call me.
Call Gwen Ham.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll figure out how we can plug them in.
Yep. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Because I mean, there's stuff to do that the event committee is going to be doing above and beyond just decorating our offices and doing a trick or treat street. So we need as many hands on deck as we can. And of course, invite your people. This event's way more fun when we have way more kids, because it's so cool to see them running around and enjoying everything that we bring to the table. So very, very awesome event. I'm going to open up. We have just shy of 5 minutes left today. So I'm going to open it up for some more gratitude. Tell me something good. Yeah, Ricky.
So I finally made the board for 1 month, my business did, and it's been a goal of mine since June to get on the board in the top 5. And I could not have done it without my assistant, Nikki. So I probably failed in showing her, telling her how much I appreciate her and what she's done for our business. So Nikki, if you're still listening, thank you so much. I wouldn't be able to do what I do the way I do it without you involved in my business. So I just wanted to thank Nikki.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's awesome.
She said too.
Oh, she said thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah,
All
Donna.
right, I gotta get them, I have one here. I
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
thank, I wanna
Forgot the
thank-
most important part. You gotta
I
feed
gotta
the pig.
the pig. I wanna thank all of, oops,
I know, this lot's really
this is really small.
Mhm.
I wanna thank all of the PC people that I coach for all the effort and time they put into educating themselves, for getting their command up and running, for getting their deals. I've got 5 of them working that will close November or early November, October or early November. I want to thank you guys for working so hard. I know that in October, we haven't had a lot of group meetings, but thank you for being patient. It's been an odd October, and we'll get back on track soon. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it, really do.
Yeah, awesome. And you didn't see it on the camera, but I assure you, the pig is fed, he is full and happy. All right, anyone in the Zoom world, some gratitude or appreciation, go ahead and hop off mute, throw it in the chats. And let us know if you want to put $5 on your office bill or whatever your contribution is for pork chop.
Hello, Anna.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, I just want to say thank you to the whole office. It's so great being connected with everybody and getting back into the office, and I'm enjoying getting to know everybody. So thank you.
Well, thank you. It was really cool to have you here for Bold. And we are so excited to have more and more opportunities to get face to face. And we heard you guys, we heard you loud and clear, right? A training class can happen at home. When you come into the office, you want an experience, you want an opportunity to mastermind, collaborate with others. And so that's what we're doing. The biggest bulk of our training on our calendar can still happen via Zoom and will still happen via Zoom. But whenever we spy an opportunity for collaboration and connection and more of an experience or experiential learning, we're going to invite you to come into the office and share that together. So keep an eye out for those invitations. Obviously, if you come into the office for something that's just being live streamed, you can always still take advantage of the training room and hang out in here. So thank you, Kathy. We so look forward to seeing you. Will we see you next week?
Yeah,
For business
absolutely.
planning?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So here's another thought that it kind of just popped into my head, but if there's a group of you guys that want to get together and do a Zoom class together, you're welcome to come in and use the training room and we can stream it in here for you, whatever that happens to be. If you want to do it in a group setting, just let us know and we'll set it up in here and you can have use of the room, or you can go in the bullpens in the back, whatever works.
Yep.
I think I'd like to start doing that for our agent meeting mastermind on Wednesdays at 10.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Yep. Love that idea.
Cool, starting next week.
Awesome.
Awesome, guys. Seriously, I so honored to be in business with this group of agents. We have the best people in Denver, period, bar none. And thank you. Happy Wednesday. It's 12 o'clock.
Yay!
Yeah. Go on a listing appointment today.
Anna,
Make it
can
a
I
win.
have 60 seconds? I don't want to impede on everyone's time. Stay tuned in the next week. We are going to have a Keller Williams Park Meadows, at least one volleyball team that I'm going to put together to join the volleyball league. So stay tuned for information on that. I'll have some emails go out, some Facebook posts and things like that when I have all the details.
Yay. Thank you for bringing that up. That was my fault for not adding the slide. So that I could hold you to making sure we had it. But yeah, let's get together and have some fun.
Yep.
You know,
I put that post out on Facebook last week to see what sports people played and what they might enjoy, and it turned out volleyball was by far and away the winner. So somebody tell Matt Talafuse, I'm sorry, I'm not putting together a soccer team. We will put together at least one volleyball team, but details to come. Maybe that's probably a January thing.
Okay.
I love it. This is gonna be fun.
Yep.
This is gonna be a lot of fun,
Yep.
especially for the very uncoordinated like myself.
So,
I'm
I
not
don't know
playing.
what's-
You got the height, then you don't have
It
to
doesn't
worry
matter.
about this.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
You got the height. It's all good.
I don't know what the new medicine is, but my age group, my demographic, I'll get the Bengay out and knee pads and get ready to pull a hamstring
Right.
and have some fun
Yeah.
doing it. So stay
Yeah.
tuned for the details on that.
Yay! The
Yay.
family that hurts themselves together stays together.
Yes.
Or
Anybody who
something
didn't
like
have
that.
medical experience might be
I
super
wanted to-
helpful, might want to need that.
Well, that might be
Okay.
the fireman.
might be
Well,
one of
just
the
make
firemen,
sure when
that's
the
true.
firemen are on,
Yeah.
on the.
Absolutely, right? Yeah.
There you go.
Woohoo.
That's great.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Have a great afternoon. Happy Wednesday.
All right, bye, everyone.